Okay. Good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on statistical mechanics. That is your core paper 14, belongs to your 6th semester BSc syllabus. In our last class, we have been discussed about density of distribution in the phase space. In detail, we have been discussed, and Liouville's theorem. Okay. So here we found that d omega equal to rho n into d tau, and according to Liouville's theorem, rate of change of probability of density equal to 0. That means it is constant with time, and rate of change of, that means d by dt of del tau will be 0. That means del tau, the volume of the elementary uh, cell, also is constant. So these two things is belongs to your Liouville's theorem, also important, which will be required in our today's class, and this one also, d omega equal to rho into d tau. Okay, today we are going to discuss about density of phase points in a classical ensemble. Okay, this is important to estimate the partition functions for microcanonical, canonical, and grand canonical ensemble. Okay, so let's start. According to principle of conservation of density in the phase space, the density of the phase points representing systems in the phase space is constant in time. Whatever we have been discussed in that theorem, Liouville's theorem, that is d rho by dt equal to 0. Therefore, this density must be function of some constants. If something, the rate of change of something equal to 0, that means this density must be connected with some constants. Okay, because we know that suppose p is a constant, then dp by dt equal to 0, like that. So here one can assume that this rho is connected, or is the function of some constants of the motion of the system, right? For an ensemble, the total energy E and number of particles n are the constants of the motion. Then one can write rho equal to rho function of En. So if we are going to consider the whole ensemble, so obviously total energy of the whole ensemble is constant E, and the number of particles in the whole ensemble also constant, that will be n. So we can write rho is the function of E and n, total energy and total number of particles. Let it is your equation number 1. Now consider an ensemble consisting of n systems S1, S2 up to Sn, containing N1, N2 up to Nn particles respectively. That means for S1 systems, N1 number of particles are there. For S2, N2 number of particles are there. Let the energy of n systems be E1, E2, and dot dot En respectively. Then the probability that the phase point for the system S1 will be probability that the phase point for the system S1 will be in the element of the volume d tau 1 will be rho 1, which is the function of E1 N1 into d tau 1. Okay, because previously we have been derived that probability that a phase point in bracket a system, probability that a phase point chosen randomly from the ensemble and would be found at time t in the given infinitesimal volume will be equal to dw equal to rho n into d tau. Okay, so here suppose we are going to consider S1 is the phase point and that phase point will be inside the volume d tau 1, then what will be the probability? That will be the how much it will be probability? The probability will be the probability density and corresponding volume. The probability density is rho 1, which is the function of u1 n1 and d tau 1. See here, rho into d tau, rho 1 d tau 1. Okay, so this will be the probability that any phase point will be the part of the volume d tau. So here the system S1 will be the part of will be in the volume, in the element of volume d tau 1 can be written as or will be uh, rho 1 function of u1 n1 into d tau 1. Okay, similarly the probability that the phase point for the system S2 suppose a phase point will be the element probability that S2 this language also you can follow. The probability that the phase point S2 will be the element of volume d tau 2 will be obviously rho 2 into d tau 2. Okay, therefore in general the probability that the phase point for the system Si, or you can say the probability that the phase point Si will be the element of the volume d tau 1 will be rho 1, which is the function of EI into d tau I. Okay, now the probability that the phase points for the ensemble having n systems together lie in the element d tau will be rho into d tau. So the probability that the phase points will be in the element of volume d tau will be rho into d tau. Rho is the function of E and n into d tau. So rho into d tau is nothing but rho 1 d tau 1 into rho 2 d tau 2 up to rho n d tau n. Okay, here d tau 1 d tau 2 up to d tau n equal to d tau. So here if we are going to consider this d tau 1 d tau 2 up to d tau n, so it will be d tau and left hand side another d tau is there, got cancelled. We found rho, which is the function of total energy and total number of particle, will be equal to rho 1 e1 n1, rho 2 e2 n2 and so on, rho n en nn. Let this is your equation number 2. Okay, so the general solution of the equation number 2 can be written in this format: log rho en equal to a plus be plus cn. Let this is your equation number 3. Here a, b, c are the some constants independent of e and n. Okay, now we have to consider different cases. For the first case, when both e and n are constants, okay, then what will be log rho for this equation 3? So this is the case of microcanonical ensemble where total energy and total number of particles are constant. So in the equation number, in this case equation number 3 takes the form of log rho will be equal to constant, because a constant, b constant, c constant. Now e and n are constant, so log rho will be constant. That implies rho will be constant. Let it is your equation number 4. As E is constant in this case, the phase points can move in hypervolume or your elemental volume. Elemental volume in the ensemble, okay, in the ensemble of constant energy in such a way that the density of phase points in this hypervolume remain constant. Okay, so if we are going to consider the hypervolume, the density of the phase points always be constant. Now we have to consider the second case when n is constant only. This is the case of canonical ensemble. Okay, that you can check your note. In case of your canonical ensemble, T, V and N are constant, and in case of grand canonical ensemble, T, V and mu are constant. So if we are going to consider the canonical ensemble case, when only n is constant, then equation number 3 becomes how much? That will be log rho. Log rho will be a is constant. Here e is variable. Okay, here e is variable, so it can be written as be, and as n is constant, c is constant, so I can write collectively a plus cn is another constant. So be plus constant. So this equation can give or can be written in this format: rho equal to e to the power c1 minus e by c2. Let it is your equation number 5. Maybe you are going to be here, you are thinking that how it will be written in this format. See, it can be written in, just check here, I'm going to show you that log rho equal to be plus some constant. So okay, rho will be, you are thinking that it will be e to the power be plus c. It should be in this format. Okay, no problem, it will be in this format. We can write in this format, but if we are going to consider this equation, rho equal to e to the c1 minus e by c2, here I can say that your c is equivalent to c1, right? And b, here if I am going to compare these two equations, so here c is equivalent to c1, right? C is equivalent to c1, and b is equivalent, sorry, c1 by c2. C is equivalent to c1 by c2, and here b will be equal to minus 1 by c2. Okay, so if I am going to be put as b equal to minus 1 by c2, see here log rho is here, so you are thinking that rho should be e to the be plus c. So you just put instead of v 1 by c2, 1 by minus 1 by c2, so rho will be e to the power minus e by c2 plus, instead of c you can write c1 by c2. So rho will be written as e to the c1 minus e by c2. Okay, so what that is, it is written here. So let it is your equation number 5. So now you are thinking that why we have to write in this format, because in this format it is required for our different different applications, means we have to use these expressions to solve the different derivations. Okay, so here rho, that is your probability density, we found e to the power c1 minus e by c2. Here c1 and c2 are constants for ensemble. C1 is equivalent to Gibbs free energy and C2 is equivalent to KT. K is your Boltzmann constant, T is your absolute temperature. So hence equation number 5 again can be written as C1 by C2 considered as another constant, let it is your A, and E by KT, as C2 is equivalent to KT. So equation number 5 can be written as probability density will be equal to A into e to the power minus E by KT. So for n constant, total number of particles is constant, then probability density will be in the form of A equal to e to the minus e by kt. Let it is your equation number 6. These 4, 6 equations are important to apply the microcanonical and canonical ensemble to solve the thermodynamic systems. Okay, because or you can say these expressions, so rho is equal to constant for microcanonical ensemble, and for canonical ensemble rho equal to a into e to the minus e by kt. Also important to write or to express the partition function for microcanonical and canonical ensembles. Now we have to consider for the grand canonical ensemble, where the case is E and N are variables. Okay, when both E and N are variables. So this is the case of grand canonical ensemble. In this case, equation number 3 can give rho equal to BE plus Cn plus constant. Here equation number 3 is BE plus Cn plus A is a constant, because E and N both are variables. So equation number 3 will be written in the form of form of BE plus Cn plus constant. Okay, sorry, here I written wrongly, that is log. Okay, log rho will be BE plus Cn plus constant, or rho will be equal to e to the power, can be written in the form of e to the power C1 by C2. C1 by C2 is nothing but your constant. Okay, C3 by C2. C3 by C2 is nothing but your this C. Okay, minus 1 by C2 is nothing but B. Okay, so here C1, C2, C3 are constants for the ensemble, where C1 is equivalent to grand potential, C2 equivalent to KT, C3 equivalent to chemical potential, that is your mu. Okay, it is symbolized as mu. So hence equation number 7 can be written as, see, C1 by C2 e to the power C1 by C2 can be written as A. Okay, so if I am going to be segregate this one, this will be e to the C1 by C2 into e to the C3 by C2 into n into e to the power minus 1 by C2 into e, like that. Okay, so e to the power C1 by C2 can be written as any constant A into e to the power. I told C3 is your chemical potential, that is your instead of C3 can be written as mu into n minus e by C2 is nothing but your KT. So here mu is chemical potential. Okay, so this is all about the derivation of density of phase points in different classical ensembles. That is your, in case of canonical ensemble, this should be always constant. Sorry, microcanonical ensemble constant, but in case of canonical ensemble it has to vary. Means suppose, see here, absolute, suppose for a particular temperature, and this is constant. Here you can see that the probability density is going to decrease for the higher energy side. So when we are going to increase the E, this whole value is going to be decreased, because e to the power minus e by kt is there. So for the higher energy side, this rho probability density is going to be decreased. And for the grand canonical ensemble, this is the expression A e to the power mu n minus e by kt. So these three expressions, 4, that is your equation number 4, 6 and 8, are most useful to find out the partition functions for microcanonical, canonical and grand canonical ensembles. So here we have to stop our today's discussions, and in the next class we are going to discuss about microstate, macrostate, thermodynamic probability W, most probable macrostate, thermodynamical equilibrium and entropy, relation between statistical entropy and thermodynamic entropy. thermodynamical entropy. Okay, because these are the basic things or basic physical phenomenon that we are going to be we have to discuss, that how a statistical mechanics or statistical result is going to be relate with thermodynamics. That means here I am going to say that statistical entropy thermodynamical entropy is equal to k into statistical entropy. Okay, so this is sigma is represent the statistical entropy, and this statistical entropy is nothing but your log E W. So here W is nothing but your most probable thermodynamical probability of the most probable macrostate. Okay, thermodynamical probability of most probable macrostate, here it is represented by W. So in this way, S equal to K into log E W. So here I told that this is the thermodynamic probability, but what is the significance of this thermodynamic probability? And this is represented by log EW. Okay, so what is thermodynamic probability, that we are going to discuss in detail with some examples, and macrostate and microstates, that we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, because these are needy to discuss the entropy in canonical ensemble, microcanonical ensemble, canonical ensemble, and grand canonical ensemble. So these are the basic points that we have to discuss, and these are the basic points also need to discuss the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. Okay, so today here we have to stop, but before we have to stop, I am going to give you a somewhat idea about macro and micro state. Here we can see that suppose two particles are there. Suppose only two particles are there, A and B, and they are moving randomly in 3D. So if I am going to consider its phase space Q P, then its dimension of the phase space, here the dimension, here the degree of freedom is 3, and the dimension of the mu space will be 2f equal to 6. So obviously, as it is two particles, so dimension of the phase space or the tau space will be 12. Okay, so the dimension of the phase space will be 12, and if we have to consider entire volume, then then the volume will be tau. Total entire volume of the phase space will be tau. Now volume of the so-called is your phase cell. The volume of the phase cell or elemental volume, if we are going to consider, then that will be h to the power 3 into n. That is your h to the power 3 into 2 particles are there. That means h to the power 6. So volume of each cell is equal to h to the power 6. So total number of cells in this phase space, we can get tau by h to the power 6, right? Tau by h to the power 6. So total number of cells means like this. Total number of cells in this phase space, we can get how much? Tau by h to the power 6. Okay, now these two particles are going to distribute in these cells. Here I am going to say to you that each cell is nothing but represent the state of the particle. So each cell is represent state, different states. Okay, so now you just consider, now we have to consider, this is the large number of states are there. Now we have to consider only two states are present. Suppose two states are present, not large number, so much large number of cells are not present. सपोज हम यहाँ पे मान लेते हैं कि इतना सारा के बहुत सारे फेज सेल्स नहीं है, सिर्फ दो ही फेज सेल्स हैं जिसके अंदर ये जो दो पार्टिकल है इज गोइंग टू बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट. दो पार्टिकल्स आर गोइंग टू बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट इन दिस two cells. How they are going to be distributed? They can be distributed in this way. AB will be here, 0 will be here, 0 will be here, AB will be here. That means both the particles will be first compartment and second compartment will be, there is no particle, and alternative chance can be possible, or it can be possible AB or BA. So these four possible ways are possible to distribute these two particles in these two cells. So these four possibles, so these possible ways are called as the microstates. Here you can see that here are 1 0, sorry 2 0 means two particle will be one compartment and 0 will be other compartment. The possible ways is 1. Okay, but one compartment in one particle in one compartment and another particle will be another compartment. The possible number of states will be 2. Okay, sorry, here 2 and 0 particle will be in the second compartment. The possible ways are 2. Likewise, one is one compartment, another is another compartment. The possible ways is 2. So this 2 0 1 0 are called as the macrostate, and their corresponding states are called possible ways are called as the microstates. Here I am going to give another example for better understanding for you, and detail we are going to discuss in our next class. Don't worry about that. Suppose three particles are there, A, B, C, and two compartments. So the macrostates are 3 0. Okay, 3 0, then 1 2, 2 1, okay, and 0 3. So these are the macrostates. The corresponding microstates, that means all the three particles will be here and 0 particles will be here. That means the possible ways is 1. Likewise, all the three particles will be here and 0 particle will be here. The possible way will be 1. Now, one particle will be here and other two will be here. The possible ways are, you just see here. The possible ways are, here we can consider A, B, C, right? Can we consider B, A, C? Can we consider C, A, B? That means the first compartment contains only one particle and second will be 2. The possible ways are 3. Okay, likewise the first compartment will be contain 2 particle and second will be 1. The possible number of ways will be how much? You just see here, A, B, C, B, A, C, and C, A, B. The possible number of ways is 3. So total number of microstates we found 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, 8. Total number of microstates we found 8. So here you can see the general formula to finding the microstates. Microstates are 2 to the power n. Here is the number of particle, capital N. I have to write it better. So 2 to the power n. So here for this case n equal to 2, so total number of microstates we found 4. So here total number of particles are 3, so 2 to the power 3 equal to 8. So here 2 is taken considered as number of compartments. If suppose for this case 3 compartments are there, so it will be 3 to the power 3 will be 9 microstates we are going to get. So these are called as the macrostate, and these are called as the, here I can say ABC and 0. Here this for this it will be 0 ABC. So these are the, this one and these three all are the microstates. Okay, so for different arrangements, the property is going to be changed. Property of the system is going to be changed. So likewise, if we have to consider two particles is going to be arranged so many states. So suppose here we have to consider suppose 100 numbers of compartments are there, 100 numbers of compartments are there and 2 particles. Then what is the number of microstates is going to be possible? It will be 100 to the power n, that means 2. This is the compartment, and 2, that will be 100 to the power 2 will be how much? It will be this much. So this much microstates, possible states of the ensemble we can say possible states of the ensemble can be possible. Okay, so these things we are going to discuss in detail with note, with examples. We are going to discuss how this microstates is going to be determine the most probable state of the system, and how the most probable state is going to be connect with the entropy of the system. That we are going to discuss in detail in our next class. So for today is this much. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you.